never fun. I am on my way to school. I'm gonna go get a coffee this morning for me and our school resource officer because he helped walk our kids to Sonic yesterday, and it was just like 6 kids, and I just decided to take them. So I wanted to tell him thank you and get him a coffee this morning. So I'm gonna go get him a coffee, get me a coffee, and then I will be at school. Okay, I made it to school, got the coffees. This is what we're doing this morning. We're playing the Unfair game. I love it. It's so fun. So we're just reviewing a bunch of stuff that we've learned all year. They have to, I ask a question, they write their answer on their whiteboard, and then I spin a random name spinner with all their names in it, and then whoever it lands on has to answer. If they get it right, they get a prize. If they get it wrong, I spin it again, and I just keep spinning it until we get a right answer. And then what makes it unfair is they get to put their name up here, and once all the prizes are claimed, if they spin and they get a prize, they can erase someone else's name. Also, what makes it unfair is once their name is spun, their name could get spun again. So they could have multiple prizes at one time because their name never gets taken out of the spinner. So that's why it's called the Unfair game. And the kids really like it. So the prizes are over here so they can see what they're working towards. I got Takis, Sour Patch Kids, Dr. Pepper, and Nerds Gummy Clusters. That's what we're getting up to today. It is after school. Right now, I am setting up, let me turn you around. I'm setting up my camping room transformation. So I've put tablecloths on, or curtains on each table. Under each table, I have put a light, and then I'll have all the lights off, and then that'll be like their campfire light, if you will. And then up here, I have all of this stuff, like crayons and stuff like that, because they're doing a camping packet, which I'll show you more tomorrow, but that's what I'm doing now, so I'll show you when I'm all done. Actually, I'll probably show you in the morning when it's all done. Happy Wednesday. I had to look at the date. It is Wednesday. Obviously, I just said that. I have my camping theme set up. I'll kind of show you. I have the lights on right now. Normally, I have these, well, not those lights, but these other string lights. Normally, I have those off while my kids are in here. But this is kind of the setup. I kind of showed you this yesterday. So they have their little table, that's like their tent with a little fire, and then there's a light under it, which I turn on when they're in here, but they're off right now to save battery. And then up here, the book buddies are kind of a mess right now. Let me turn you around. Up here, there's our book buddies, which they can use while they're in their tent. And then I have this thing of markers and crayons, just coloring supplies and clipboards. And they're doing this packet. This is their packet. It's all camping themed activities. They have this little word search, a coloring page, a little task. They have to read the table and answer the questions. Then there is a crossword and a little word unscramble with a word bank. It's super easy for them, but it's just something for them to do. While they're doing their packet, I'm reading out of Matilda. We've been reading this all year. It always takes me all year to finish our read aloud because we just barely have time to do our read alouds during the day, but I really love doing a read aloud. So this year we did Matilda. The kids have been loving it. So they're working on this packet with their tent groups. I'm putting them in groups of like 3 or 4 at each tent, if you will. And then they're working with their tent mates on their packet while I'm reading. And then at the very beginning of class, while they're getting comfortable with their tent mates, I'm having them discuss comfortable, they know their tent mates. While they're getting in their tents with their tent mates, I'm giving them, like, I'm telling them you come up with an adjective, noun, or whatever, and they're filling in the blank for this Mad Lib. And then after I fill in the blank, then I read it to start off our class, and then I give them packets and we read. So that's what we're doing today. And then tomorrow, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let each class pick a different class hour than their own, and I'm saving all the Mad Libs, and I'm gonna say pick a class period that's not yours, and then I'm gonna read that class period's Mad Lib to them to start that class. And then also tomorrow, I made this little Camp Read A Lot sign. I'm gonna have them sign their names somewhere on the sign, and then I'll keep that as a keepsake. Every year I have them sign something. Usually I have them sign my little bulletin board paper that says Let's Glow. But this year I decided I'd just do the Camp Read a Lot sign. So I'm having them sign that. That'll be my keepsake of their little signatures this year. That's just a really good way to like remember my students. And since I have 86, it's just one piece of paper. It's a big piece of paper, but it's just one piece of paper that I can fold up and keep. So that's how I remember my students. When you have 86, that might be something you can do instead of just having a room of 20. Let me show you the front of the room. So this is what the front of the room looks like. There's a little Welcome to Camp Read a Lot sign. I have this little video of a campfire in a tent and then a little s'more. And then I'm sitting in my camping chair, and then their little tents are back here, so they're all facing that. And then I also have camping sound effects playing on my phone, and I just have that attached to my Bluetooth speaker. So that's what we're doing today. I tried to get some clips of them working on their packets while I was reading. Don't know how good that footage is, but I'll put it in if it's worth putting in. Heat the water over the fire in the hearth. Are you poor, Miss Honey? Yes, Miss Honey said. Very. I thought I'd show you my outfit real quick. I tried to go with like camping vibes. I don't think I did a very good job. My husband used to have like a bucket hat with like the strings, but he cut the strings off. So I was like, I can't wear that. And I'm not gonna put a hat on my head all day because my hair just doesn't do hat. I was just gonna hang it around, but anyway, couldn't do that. But I have my little flannel and my like greenish shirt I got from Old Navy. These pants are also from Old Navy. They're just high-waisted and you really can't see my shoes, but I'm just wearing my Birkenstocks. So that's my outfit. That's what we're doing today. Good morning. Happy Thursday. It is actually Thursday, and I knew that when I woke up because Tuesday when I woke up I thought it was Thursday and it was only Tuesday. And today is actually Thursday. So we are leaving. It is 7 a.m. Definitely did not want to leave this late, but I also definitely slept in. So I am headed to school a little late today. I wanted to like have a nice breakfast, but we're having a protein bar and a banana because we didn't have time for breakfast this morning. So that's where we're at. Welcome to the end of the school year. Crazy, chaotic, always running late. Everything is done at the last minute. There's nothing to do but everything to do at the same time. It's so fun. I will see you at school. Okay, I made it to school. Many of my kids finished their camping packets yesterday, so we're doing that again. But for those kids that already finished, this is not hard. It's not going to take them the whole time. But I bought this like picture off of TPT. It's like a custom color by number, color by code. I didn't know how to do this, so I ended up just making it like the most simple color by number, color by code thing I could. And I literally just at the bottom, the code is like I scrambled up the color names and I just have them unscramble the color names to figure out what color it is and then color it. So hopefully that takes them, I don't know, at least 10 minutes, hopefully. I don't know. I told them to not rush through their packets, and of course they rushed through their packets. Well, whatever. So I also think I told you this yesterday, but I have all of my classes Mad Libs that they made. And so, sorry, that blinking is my lights. If you can see that, I need to change that to just be solid lights. But anyway, I'm going to have each class pick a different class's, like a different hour that's not theirs, and then read that hour's Mad Lib to them. And then again, I'm going to read out Matilda because we need to finish it. We still have like 50 pages left, so I don't know how we're going to finish it, but we need to. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. We can probably get through like 30 pages today, and then that's just like one more class period of reading. There's the flashing I was talking about. I'm gonna go fix that and get my classroom set up for camping. Last night when I went to the store, I got things for a STEM challenge. I got this bunch of gummy bears. I'm just doing a STEM challenge with one of my classes tomorrow because some of our kids didn't get the reward party that we have tomorrow. Hold up, let me log into my laptop. Anyway, what I was saying is some of my kiddos don't get to go to Star Party. So
for those classes, I'll show you what they're doing tomorrow, but one of the things they're doing is the swim challenge, and I'll talk about that more tomorrow. But I need gummy bears and toothpicks, so if you know that challenge, you probably know what they're doing. And then I'm just doing that with one of my classes. I have 3 groups of kiddos coming, and one I'm gonna have for 2 hours instead of just one. So that class is gonna do 2 activities, but for the winners of the swim challenge, I got them some Jolly Rancher ropes. I got 3 of these because what I was saying is I got 3 of them because I have groups of 10, so I'm probably gonna put them in like 3 groups, and so our groups of 3. Yeah, probably groups of 3, and then I'll have like one group of 4. But then the winning group will get this, so hopefully it's not the group of 4. Yeah, maybe I should have gotten 4. I don't know. We'll see how the cookie crumbles. I don't know. I might do groups of 2 and just like keep one. I don't know what'll happen. But anyway, that's the thing with that. So that's what I got. And then for today, I told my kids if they finished their packets, they would get a prize. So for today, I bought a bunch of gummy candy, like candy kind of, I don't know. Gushers is candy. I feel like this is my candy. And then there's some fruit by the foot and some fruit roll-ups. So they'll get to pick one of those. So I'm gonna get a box and, or like a bucket, and dump it in that. I ended up buying enough for all my students because the packet I gave them is not hard, and they will all most likely get done with it, especially since they're allowed to work with partners. So I bought enough for all my students. But I'm gonna put this under my desk so they don't see what the price is, and then at the end of class, if they finish their packet, I'll give them one. But if they know what the prize is and they don't like the prize, then they're not gonna work on their packet, so. Hi, I'm literally the worst. I did not film a thing after yesterday morning. We really just did the exact same thing, so I was like, I don't even know what I would film, so I didn't film anything. But today, the majority of our kids are outside at our reward party for the quarter, and I stayed in because I didn't want to go hang out outside all day. Maybe that's why I'm so pale, because I don't like going outside. But today I am keeping the kids that did not get to go. So they are working on a breakout room I got from TPT. The directions are up here. I just typed them up this morning, but it was like 7, 5, 6, 8 locks. Count. No, 6 locks. It was 6 locks. Maybe, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 locks. Oh my goodness. Can you tell it's May? It was 6 locks, but I took like 3 of them away, so they just have 3 locks to do. But it's like a little fractured fairy tale, so they read a story, and then there's 3 locks that they have to complete, so I'm having them do that. And then for the most part, I'm having kids in my room just for like 45 minutes, but one group I'm having for 90 minutes. So for that group, they're doing that, but then they are going to, I'll show you my big board. They are going to do a gummy bear tower challenge. And I literally just made this, like I just found these pictures, but I'm giving them gummy bears and I'm giving them toothpicks. And then they have to build a freestanding tower just with gummy bears and toothpicks, and they have to build the tallest one. So I'm going to probably give them like, I'm gonna put a timer on that. Probably give them maybe 15 minutes, probably 15 minutes to build their towers. And then after 15 minutes, I'll see who has the tallest. So I'm gonna add a timer up there, but then I'll just go around and like measure it with something. I don't know. I have some rulers. I might grab a ruler and just measure it with a ruler. Yeah, I'll just go around and measure it and then like make a big deal out of it. And then the winning team, I will give, I think I showed you this yesterday. The winning team will get these Jolly Rancher ropes. And I bought 3 packs, so I'm hoping that the winning team only has 3 people. But yeah. If not, I don't know what I'm gonna do. If not, I may just say like, I'll get you all a prize tomorrow and then go to the store and get another one and then I'll give it to them tomorrow. Yeah. But that's what we're doing this afternoon. So while I don't have kids right now, obviously I don't have kids, they're all at PE. I have about 15 minutes till they come in my room again. So while I'm doing that, or while they're doing that, I'm going to pull up my Amazon for my school account on Amazon, and I'm gonna fill up my cart for next year and get my order ready for next year. We can't place our orders for next year until August. We get, let me set you down. We get $250 for our classrooms every year, so we can't place our orders till August, but our orders won't expire in our carts. So we have to get our carts ready, print our carts, and then give them to the office right now, and then they have them and they will place our orders for us in August. My trash can is not over there. My room is in complete disarray. If you couldn't tell, I have like nothing on my walls. I mean, obviously some people literally have nothing on their walls ever. I feel like I still have a lot on my walls compared to a lot of people, but for me, this is like nothing on my walls. So my room is very bare, and if you've probably seen this in a few video clips, but I've put most of my stuff up on this counter. So I'm packing up my room for summer. I just have one out when I need. I'm literally surviving on this pile of like crayons and markers. I have like blank paper, whiteboards. All of this is how I'm surviving. So that's what's going on in my classroom lately and at school lately. So I'm gonna fill up my Amazon cart. I am really going to try and get clips, especially when they're doing this today, because I think that'll be fun for you all to see. So I'm gonna add that timer, fill up my Amazon cart, and like I said, I really am going to get some clips today of the kiddos working. So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know when I will see you again. Maybe tomorrow, maybe later today. I don't know. We shall see. But yeah.
Be a snail with a protective shell or a cheetah with fast speed.
You're going with the square?
Yeah.
It looks a little unstable. Are you adding toothpicks to make it stable?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, you're stabbing your gummy bears.
I just stabbed the computer.
You have to make one tower. You guys are a group. Yeah, you're a group. Oh, you're going with squares too. You gotta make it tall, not wide. It is after school. I'm in my car, clearly. I need to go grab a prescription from the pharmacy, and then I am headed out. It is 3:40. Every other day this week, I have left at like 6 or 6:15. One, because I know my husband is farming all week, and he's just out until it starts, and it doesn't even get dark until like 8:45. So he's out very late. So that's part of it. And also, I've just had a bunch of stuff to do. I had to set up my classroom for classroom transformation and take it down yesterday, and so I've just been staying late. But I'm leaving at a pretty good time today. I did get some clips of my kiddos doing a Would You Rather and the Gummy Bear Sim Challenge, which you would have seen by now. But that's all the clips I got. It was a pretty good day. Pretty chill. We did not have very many kids. Most of the kids that were not going on the reward trip didn't even come to school. So, very chill day, very few kids. Good morning. Happy Saturday. I am headed to town. I have to drop my car off to get the oil changed, and then I'm running to our local Mennonite store, and we're gonna get some plants. I'm mainly getting ferns for my porch, and then I might get another plant for my picnic table that sits outside. And then I might get some blackberry bushes because we're going to have a blackberry patch this year, but I don't know if I'll have room to put them, so we might have to get those another time. But I am also going to just see if they have enough, because we need like 10.
And then if they do, I will see if they can like put them aside for me. But the main plan is to get some ferns and then look and see if they have blackberries. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going with my mom. So I'm gonna go drop my car off, and then I will probably see you at the Midnight store. I'm considering the pothos because they're so pretty. They also have a ton of ferns. But now I don't know. Happy Sunday. I got a few clips of what we've been up to today. We were just sitting outside for like, how long were we outside? An hour? I feel like we were outside longer, maybe an hour and a half. I don't know, it was a while. I was reading, we were just sitting outside. It's been a chill Sunday since we got home. We got a new pastor for the summer because our pastor has retired, and so we have a pastor, an intern pastor for this summer until we can find a full-time pastor. But he came and preached this Sunday, and he did a really good job. So that was good. And then I didn't get any clips going out to eat, but we went out to eat with my sister and my dad after church at a Mexican restaurant. But that's all we've been up to today. So it's very chill, calm Sunday. Well, I didn't get any clips this morning, and I am just now picking you up because I got to school late today. I didn't even have my keys when I got to school because I'm borrowing my brother-in-law's car because they're calling for rain today, and my window is stuck down in my car and it's not getting fixed until tomorrow. And so I didn't have my keys, and so this morning has just been chaotic. And then we took our kids to the courts, and then I just had kids talking to me the whole time. Like, they were just sitting by me in my chair and talking to me, which is great because this is like the last little bit I get with them. So I got to talk to a lot of my kiddos, which was fun, but then I didn't get any clips. So that's what my morning's been. I'm now at lunch. I went to go find my friends at lunch, but I didn't know where they were. I didn't know where either of them were. So I'm just eating by myself. But I made my lunch, probably watch some YouTube. This afternoon, our kiddos brought snacks, and we're going to show movies. So they're gonna have their snacks, and we're gonna show movies in a room. I'm showing Lilo and Stitch, and yeah, that's what we're doing this afternoon. Good morning. Let's just get this out there that I completely failed at filming yesterday. Did not get any clips of anything we were doing. I just talked to you for about 3 minutes, and then I didn't film anything else. All we did yesterday was go to like the basketball courts in our town in the morning, and then in the afternoon I showed a movie, and then we had about 40 minutes left. So I just played little games that I found from teachers on Pinterest for like the 40 minutes. So that's all we did. And then I went home, and then I didn't go home right after school. I went to help my mom with auditions after school, choir auditions for her choir. So that was about 5 o'clock when I left there, and we got Sonic drinks which I ordered a dirty Dr. Pepper, which is just Dr. Pepper with like cream and lime and coconut, and it's really good. Anyway, and I ordered that, and we get there, and my mom had one of her students go and grab it for us. And she comes back and she goes, they were out of Dr. Pepper. How? What? I was looking forward to that all day, so I just got a Sprite. Oh my goodness. Anyway, this morning our kids are playing kickball in the morning, and it's so muddy outside, so I don't know what we're gonna do. It is so freaking muddy because it like stormed so bad last night for like 2 hours. It was like seriously storming. So it's soaking wet outside. So I don't know, it's gonna be so muddy. But anyway, that's our plan for this morning. And I'm gonna try and be better about filming today. And then this afternoon, we're just having a regular 6th and 7th hour. So let me show you what my 6th and 7th hour are doing. Okay, my 6th and 7th hour are doing a summer word craft. So I found this on TPT. Becca McRae is the seller. And I don't know how much it was. Not much, but I bought it because at this point I'm like, whatever, I'll just buy it. It don't matter. But it's a little summer word, and it wasn't just summer. There were multiple options, but I just picked the summer word, and there were blank ones too. But I picked this one, and it has little prompts of like, hold on, I think you could see it better if it wasn't stacked. But there's little prompts of like remembering their year. So I'm gonna have them do that in my 6th and 7th hour today, and then they can color it. And then to help them with the prompts, because some of them just won't remember anything or are just, you know, like me, and their brain's done and they don't want to remember anything. But anyway, so it came with a little like slideshow that was like a turn and talk about each of the prompts, so then when they actually get their word, they have like ideas of things to write down. So that's what we're doing in those 2 hours. And then my 8th hour, they're working on an activity packet. That's the bell. I need to hurry up and stop chatting. But they're doing an activity packet, and I'm just gonna play DuckTales while they work on their activity packet. So that's the plan for today. I will try and be better about filming, and I will see you when I can. Keep going. Stop. Think in your brain. Here's your question. What is your favorite summer song? Think in your brain, not out loud. Okay, find someone next to you and share. Everybody should have a partner. Tell someone next to you. That loud that Ms. Zimmerman could hear you. Probably. Okay, well, things have happened. This morning, it was too wet because, as I was telling you, it stormed last night. So it was too wet to go outside and play kickball. So, this morning, we ended up just keeping our kids. So this afternoon, we're going out to play kickball. While my kids were working on their little craft, I was working on my craft, which looks better than I thought it was going to, so. Yeah, I have this one to do. I'll probably do that on the last day of school because this is what my kids are going to do on the last day of school. I had something else for them to do, so if they finish their summer craft, I have another like coloring activity for them to do, which they're going to be annoyed that it's another coloring activity, but oh well. Things happened, so I don't know. Anyway, that's what we're doing. Oh, and then because we had time, we ended up having time for me to finish Matilda with all of my 1st through 4th hours. So I only have 6th and 7th hour left that need to finish it. So we will do that on the last day of school.
I did it.
It is after school school got out like 2.5 hours ago. It's way after school. I just got done helping with auditions. And now I'm headed home. Today, the first 2 hours of the day went really well today. My 3rd and 4th hour were terrible. My 6th and 7th hour I didn't even have because we went outside, but I told you that already. Kickball went pretty good, and then we got done with kickball and we had like 45 minutes of school left, and then we decided to just keep our kids outside, and then they were bored because they've been outside for so long already. I don't know why we didn't take them in, but whatever. So that was kind of boring, and the kids were bored, but whatever, it is what it is. We made it through the day. Yeah, that's all I have to tell you. I'm going home. Hi. We went to the park this morning. We walked to the park in our town. It was about 15 minutes from the school walking, and then we walked back right before lunch, and then the kids went to lunch. Right now they're at specials. It's my plan time. I literally have nothing to do. So I'm gonna read if you're curious, and I showed this in my summer reading list book. I'm probably gonna read this while I'm on my plan, while I don't have kiddos. When they get back, we are going to entertain them for about 30 minutes. So let me show you what I'm gonna use to entertain my children. I printed this off for if it rained, but then it didn't rain, which is great because then we actually got to go outside. But it's this Think Fast game. You set a 1-minute timer, and in 1 minute they write as much as they can of this stuff, which I feel like it's kind of crazy to do that in 1 minute, but I don't know. We'll just see. I don't know. I feel like 1 minute is not enough. So probably just gonna do like 3 minutes instead of 1. But I got that off of TPT. And then I have this end of year bingo. It's like a find someone who game, but then it's like you have to get a bingo. So you have to find people to do that. So that's what we're gonna do, because we're gonna have our kids for like 30 minutes before we take them to get ice cream. Yep. So then we're gonna go get ice cream. We're gonna walk to get ice cream. That's only like probably 10 minutes away, maybe a little less walking. We're gonna go do that, and then we're gonna hang out at the ice cream place for a little bit while they eat, and then we'll walk them to a different park that we have in our town for a little bit if we need some time to kill. Then we'll walk back, and it should hopefully be about time to go. And if not, I'm just gonna turn on DuckTales, and they should be tired and paying attention because we've walked everywhere this whole week. Or this day, not this week. We've walked everywhere today. We did walk a lot this week, but anyway. Hello, read my shirt. That is the case. I'm so excited. We got out at 1 today. I got literally no clips. I just was there, and I came home, and I'm eating ice cream because obviously, because it's summer, and that's what you do in the summer. You eat ice cream. So today, my kids, I had 2 classes that I needed to finish Matilda with. And I was like, they don't care. I don't care. We're not going to finish Matilda. And we only had like 35-minute class periods. So the 2 classes that I had to finish Matilda in, I just gave them like a color by number thing. Well, we played a quick game, and then I gave them a color by number, and then they worked on that, and I just played music. And that's what we did for class. And then we signed yearbooks at the very end of the day with the whole middle school, which was crazy and chaotic, but you know. But it was a really good day. I'm gonna miss my kiddos. I really did enjoy this group. They were a lot. They were a very, very hard group. But I really enjoyed them. And I'm gonna miss them. And my 8th graders, the 8th graders, I should say, they're not my 8th graders, but they were, when they were in 5th grade. But some of them I was very, very close with, and they were crying, and they were like, I can't believe I'm leaving, I'm never going to see you again. I said, I'll be over at the high school, because my mom works at the high school, but anyway, that was sweet. But it was good. My room's all packed up. I don't have to go back to school until the first day that we have to go back, but obviously I'll go back before to set my classroom up. But I don't think I'll be back in the building until August. So yeah, that's kind of exciting. And it's May, so I got months and time off, and I'm very excited. My
mother and my sister are coming over to watch a movie. We're gonna watch 2 movies. We're gonna watch The Princess Diaries 1 and then The Princess Diaries 2. We're gonna watch those, and then I got pizza and pears because it's a Genovian specialty. If you know, you know. If you haven't watched Princess Diaries, you should watch Princess Diaries. It's a really good movie. Anyway, that's what we're doing tonight. I did come home and all the power is out in our house. And they sent out a text message and they said they didn't know why the power went out, but it would be back on at like 3. And I'm like, well, our whole plan was to watch a movie. Can't do that without power. Make pizza. Can't do that without power. So I'm like, what time is it? But it's only 1:50. So really we just have like an hour and a half and we can just chat and all that until the power goes on. So hopefully it does turn on at 3. But that's the plan for tonight. I'm going to try and get a few clips, but then that's probably where I will end the video. Just some clips from tonight, or today, this afternoon. But anyway, that's all. Oh, the power just clicked on. That's good. But anyway, I will probably get some clips tonight. This is probably the last time I'll talk to you for this video, but I will show you my little outfit that I wore today. I got this shirt from Etsy and last year, and then these earrings a student got me. I don't know where they're from, probably Etsy or something like that, or a little small shop, and then this little skirt thing. But I hope you had a wonderful end to your school year, or if you don't teach, I hope you get to enjoy this summer just as it is, whatever you do. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.